to our show. Once again, my name is Mrs. Augustina Anyango. Help me welcome my friend, Mrs.
Glory Ezema. Welcome back to our sweet home, Africa. Once again, it's good to have you as our viewers. So, our topic today is another interesting topic because we've addressed the men, we've addressed the women, and now we're going to address our youths in diaspora.
Okay.
We talked about financial West, so today is our youths financial West. Because we have African youths that are scattered all over the world.
Yes.
And many of them are doing so well. I know sometimes we hear some of them that are still struggling, depending on where they are in the world. But the ones that are highly educated are still wasting their money in so many ways that it's not benefiting their family, it's not benefiting the country, and it's not benefiting the continent as a whole. So that's why we need to address our youths, to tell them to, save their money just like we told the adults to, so that at least we can pool resources together to rebuild Africa. So our topic today again is our youths financial West. That's African youths financial West. So my friend,
My dear.
I know we have so many youths that are growing up in diaspora. We have them in London, we have them in Canada, we have them in Australia, we have them in South Africa, you name it. Africans are all over the place.
Yes.
But there's so many things that our youths are doing that I think is good for us to, give people insights and things that they're doing. Especially our youths, I hope you're listening to us. This is more like a motherly advice so that you can know what to do and how to channel your money so that it will be beneficial to you, like we said, to your family, and then to the country where you come from, and to the continent of Africa at large.
Yes.
So go ahead, my friend.
My dear, this is an interesting topic because these are growing youths, leaders of tomorrow. So we do not want them to make the mistake, maybe their own fathers or forefathers or somebody they know, man. So my daughter one time said, "Mommy, you eat a cow piece by piece." Sometimes they think their money is not that much, and some of them think, "Oh, I'm making money next year I start doing that." I think we're going to let them know that they have to start now, because some of the lifestyle they have is a little bit
Extravagant. That's true.
If you look at it from the outside. Some of them might think, "Oh, others are doing it." You are not others. You are you, and no other person is like you. So for us to, to address it, because it's just so vague.
It's broad.
So broad.
Exactly.
So we got to take a little point, mention some of the points. What we see, what we hear, or what we know that is taking their money, that they might, look at it and cut down a little bit. So as I'm looking at it, I don't know if your kids travel.
Well,
Mine travel
a lot.
every week.
But before,
it's good for them to explore. I have nothing against that.
Yes. But before we go deeper, actually, there's something that you pointed out that I just don't want us to lose it.
What is that?
When you say that, they have to be very careful in terms of their money and everything, so that they won't make the same mistake that their parents made.
Yeah.
And actually they want, because sometimes they copy people in diaspora, and they look at them, "Oh, you know what? They're traveling to this place. I want to travel." There's something that I want to point out.
Okay.
The people in diaspora, especially the Westerners, their parents left them a lot of money.
Yes.
So they inherited wealth. So that means when you look at it, they're not like the first in line in their family to acquire wealth. So at least they have a little bit of backbone.
So they acquired wealth before they are even 18.
Exactly.
Okay.
So most of our youths, some of them are like the first, in the
family.
In the family, exactly.
Yes.
So you don't have to do what others are doing, unless you can afford it. But what we're saying is just don't waste it. So let's go back to the traveling that you mentioned.
Okay,
Yes.
so I'll come back to that traveling. I'm thinking about like some of the wasteful spending that we can see. First of all, government don't need your money unless you give it to them, especially those that you speed over the limit and police stop you, they give you a ticket, you get a point, and sometimes they tow your car. Because some of them are so reckless, they don't even know when their driver's license expired. So once they get you and your driver's license or your registration expired, you're going to use big money to get
Redeem
your car
yourself,
out.
exactly.
You understand? And then we take you too, or leave you on the street. So you'll be able to find your way home and then find a way to go and get your car. So to me, that's a wasteful spending there. Do you understand? So another thing is all this, I'm not saying I buy expensive things, but when it comes to all these sneakers, you don't wear them to church, you don't wear them to work. So why do you want to put $150, $200, $300 to go buy a pair of sneakers? Where are you going with it? So
I'm sorry, I'm not going to interrupt you, but the sneakers, I don't want to lose this point. Let me say this first, please, before you continue. You know, there's one thing about the sneakers, with the brand name sneakers.
okay.
We addressed it one time when we said patronize your products. So if those sneakers that they're making in diaspora is so beautiful and you love it so much, why don't you people as youths learn how to do these things? Because people are, you know, they're designing these shoes in diaspora. So why can't you people design the shoes in Africa and then name it after yourself so that people can start buying your own? Instead of people wasting so much money buying all these sneakers over and over. And how many pairs do you need in life? So these are places that you're tying up your money. Go ahead, my friend.
I'm just talking about how expensive all these name brand shoes. You look at them, those that made those shoes, they already made it in life.
That's true.
They made it before when they were your age, they were not wearing that. Now they make money, they count a million, they still need the one you have. And you know that you cannot be spending that at the same time have money to save. Then what about leasing of cars? They lease car every year. You will see some of them can't even finish a 3-year lease, and they want to go return that at a lesser amount, and then you'll be paying almost like 2 car notes at the same time. And then how many hours you drive to work? That's my own thing. Sometimes it's just 15 minutes you get to work. You park your car for 8-9 hours and you go home. You don't even have time to enjoy the car you're paying $400 every month, and then you have full coverage on the car. My dear, I don't even know. I got to let you talk because I don't even want to get to iPhone.
That's exactly
I
where
don't
I'm
even
going.
want to get
That's
to
where I'm
the
going.
iPhone on the hand and the 11 or 12 they have
Exactly.
now.
Actually, that's exactly where I'm going. Our young ones, we need to be smarter than our parents. I mean, in terms of the phone and the electronics devices, how many devices do you have to own? You have iPhone 1, iPhone 2, iPhone 3, and then within maybe by next year, iPhone 4, iPhone 5, up to, I think they are up to iPhone 11. But
It's 11 already.
I think, yes, they have iPhone 11. But these are just devices that you need to communicate, just to call someone. I know sometimes you talk about, I mean, you talk to the young ones, they said, oh, you know what, iPhone 10 has better camera. Are you a photographer? And then if you decide to make photography your profession, if you want to be a photographer, then go ahead, make money from doing that.
But now with the phone.
Exactly. So don't just buy a phone and say, oh, it takes a beautiful picture. What are you going to do with the pictures? These are simple pictures. I mean, so many things, especially you're not a business person, you don't need it to do your business. Why do you have to carry phones that are very expensive? What difference does it make? Just to show off. So, I mean, these are money that you can channel into something. Because there was a time that we addressed the youth, actually. We told you, save your money so that you can acquire property. Property is something that you can own and then leave it for your children. You can buy a house, you can buy a land, you can invest in Africa. Africa is still a beautiful place that you can go and invest. We have so much to do there. So why do you have to work so hard in diaspora and then waste the whole money doing, I mean, like buying things that you can live without?
Yeah.
I mean, what we're saying is that if you have an iPhone 5 and it's working, why do you have to go to iPhone 11? Because what you're doing actually, you are enriching the people that are producing those products.
That are already rich.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and it's draining your own economy.
And they have private jets.
Exactly.
So you
and
are
you
still leasing because the car you're driving is not yours. You bought it on credit. So this is what I'm talking about. They have all these bigger apartments. My friend mentioned something about going to Africa to, you know, start like buying a land or doing anything. My dear, let me tell you, African youths, There are some people that are already there.
That's true.
I'm not going to tell you not to ask anybody. You are here, but the people that you came here to visit or to stay with, they are back home. They are buying all the landed properties, and they are doing things with it. And they know the strategic places. So you need to wake up. If you do not know that, you got to start knowing what to do. Because over here is already taken. I don't know what you want. Over here is taken. So you might as well make it while the sun shines.
Exactly.
When it comes to, if you think you know, sometime in the future you might want to go there and establish something. The time is now. So another thing I'm going to say about this wasteful spending, please my people, please the youth of Africans, you cannot be youth forever. My friend mentioned about buying something that can help you, maybe the inheritance you leave for your children. But I'm talking about you. For rainy season, you do not know you're working for somebody. Even if you own your own business, business can close at any time. Do you have a cushion? Do you have something you can lay back on? What is it that you have? Is it a little money in your savings and checking account? That's not investment, my people. So we all need to start thinking this is a new year, and this had to be a new you. So when we talk about taking you know, I would like to travel too, but don't make that a priority, that every time you have to be in the air. Every time you have to go and get Airbnb. It's okay to have fun. Don't misunderstand me. But make sure as you're having fun, you're having something you're putting for the rainy season, so that at the end, you will, not every year, Uncle Sam will tell you how much you make. So you look inside your account, you don't have nothing. Not how much you make, people, is how much you spend and you save. And you put in something aside. Don't forget, the last time we talked about them helping their parents.
Exactly.
You understand? We reminded them when you are from birth, somebody was taking care of you until you get whatever degree you get. Don't wait until they ask you. Start giving them a little thing. Why they have 2 legs and 2 arms to go and spend it, not when they get old and gray and they cannot move. Then you think you're doing anything for them. By then, I don't think everybody, and they will even know or appreciate it. Give them something now that they can move around, they know where to spend it, they know what to do, so they can work less. So my friend, advise them more, because our youth need to cut down on unnecessary expenses.
Exactly.
Even if it's $5, put aside. If it's $10, put it aside. Remember, there is a dollar tree, because a dollar is money. Don't look down on any money. That's the way I look at it. There's a dollar tree.
That's true.
So,
that's true.
What else you have to tell them?
Well, you've said it all. As usual, you've said it all. But our youths, let me address you a little bit, you know, in a different way. Look at it this way. When you start growing, you're supposed to have goals and aspirations. So what are your goals when you graduated from the university? First, you have to think, I have to have money to raise my own family. You have to have money to, like I said, you can open up your own company. There's so many things that people do in diaspora. Look at the other youths in diaspora. So I don't want all of you to live in a state of euphoria, like, oh, the world is just this. I can just throw my money like this, throw my money like this. Even in Africa, it's very unfortunate. We see them with like expensive weddings. They spend so much money in a wedding. What somebody can live on for like 10 years, you spend it in one day just to entertain people. So let's think a little bit deeper, because that's one of the reasons that everybody's running out to the Western world. Because when you come to the Western world, oh, they have beautiful roads, they have beautiful houses, they have beautiful everything, but it took them time. They took time, even like computers that people are designing, even the iPhones. Youths are designing those things in diaspora. So our own African youths, why don't you keep your money? Let it be useful to you. And like my friend said, help your parents. And then help yourself, because you're not going to live here forever. So, and you're not going to be throwing your money just up in the air. The ones that you're copying in diaspora, many of them have a lot of money in their bank accounts. And they have investments. Some of them have houses. Some of them have companies. So not just because you see them traveling in the air and going on vacation, you think they don't have anything. So many of them have backbones. So what we're saying, do your best. You're working so hard just like your parents, but please do not waste your money. I know sometimes you see your parents maybe with the wasteful spending that they do. Most of us did not know when we came to the foreign land. But now that we have learned, we're advising our children not to make the same mistake that many of us made here.
Sure.
So that's our point today. My friend, I don't know if you have other things to tell them.
Yeah, what I wanted to add when you mentioned the wedding, it looked like you went back to Africa. I'm just talking about the wedding here because I see some people buy a wedding gown 3, 4, 5,000. How many days are you going to wear a wedding gown?
Sometimes 3, 4 hours.
You do not need to put your money for a couple of hours wedding.
Just to impress people.
Who are you impressing? You're marrying your man and two of you need to start building your life together. You don't need that expensive wedding gown. No matter what it is, once in a lifetime, okay then. You're living with the man anyway.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. Do you know the wedding gowns? You know, I'm so sorry to say this. Sometimes I don't see the difference between the ones that are like 10,000 and the ones that are like 350.
It's only in the brand.
No, they look the same,
yes.
actually. Because if the bride is beautiful already, no matter what she's wearing, she will come out beautiful.
Any outfit,
I
so
am being
long as
honest
your mind
with you.
is good.
Exactly.
No matter what you put on,
I can't tell the
good
difference between the 1 million wedding gown and then the 351. I don't know.
So then even the limousine is fine.
Okay.
So we don't need 3 limousines for a wedding that the pastor might, the most the pastor will stay there is an hour. If at all, 1 hour, maybe 30 minutes, the wedding is over. What do you need 2, 3 limousines for?
Actually,
That's a show off.
Wait though, the ones in diaspora, in terms of the wedding, they don't use so many limousines. But in Africa, have you seen their weddings? They use in Africa sometimes use like 4, maybe 6 or 7 limousines. And when you look at it,
That's their father's wealth.
I know, but
and that's the money they just acquire.
exactly.
So
but
that's
we
why
have so
they're
much.
doing that. But our youth here work so hard.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. They work so hard. There's a difference between when you just get money
And when you make
and
money,
when you work so hard for your money.
That's
You
true.
work so hard for your money, do not waste it. But those that just go there, they pick money, they take our retirees' money and all that, they just waste it because they don't know what to do with it.
Exactly.
They do it that way, but we are trying to talk to the youth that work so hard. Every morning they go to work. After school, some of them start work as soon as they 17 or 18.
Oh, that's something that I need to point out, sorry.
So,
With the wedding in Africa,
okay,
you remember most of the things that we do, we compare it to life in diaspora.
okay.
Actually, the Westerners, what they do most of the time, even with their children, when you have so much money and you want to do like a very elaborate wedding, sometimes the children themselves tell the parents, you know, the gift that we're going to get, you can donate it to, you know, these poor people in the town so that they can use it. It will be part of your wedding gift, but it will be donated to people that need it. Instead of just wasting it, even sometimes like a bottle of water, they will put it in a gold platter. I know. So it's such a lavish wedding. Yes, the older generation, I know my friend mentioned that sometimes it's like your father's wealth and everything. But this is a new generation. So even if our parents are just throwing money all over the place, we are young. We're seeing things that are going on around in the Western world. We can see how they are beautifying their own place. So what we should do as younger people is at least speak to our own parents. Speak to even the wealthy one. Tell them, Papa, you know, as much as you want to waste so much money for my wedding, you can cut it down and we can use it to do X, Y, Z to be able to help others in Africa and to help to rebuild Africa. So that's what we're saying. We're not saying that you shouldn't have a beautiful wedding, but cut your coat according to your size and do not waste so much because sometimes it's unnecessary. Go ahead, my friend, I'm done.
Oh, we're almost finished. All we are saying is just, you know, even if, like you said, your father make mistake because he don't know, or even your mom, do not make the same mistake. You know, so another thing, please, if you got a ticket, parking ticket, moving violation, speeding ticket, pay it. Take care of it. Don't let, you know, police, they put a warrant for your arrest, that'll be more money. You know, by then you are wasting your money. You are giving government that don't need your money. So take care of yourself and take care of your surroundings. Be mindful of what you're doing, because it will surely come back if you don't save. At the end of the day, what happens? So that's where, you know, we have to look at it, that no matter what, no matter you have a good insurance that you will pay you, or retirement, when you retire, you're not thinking about that yet because you are still young. Being that we don't know tomorrow, please start today. Start putting something aside. You work hard for your money, and then in the future we pray that your money will work for you. You will have an early retirement. You don't have to work till 60 or 70 or 68 years before you retire. You will retire young because you made your investment, and then your money will be working for you, and then you will have time to think about something else to do, so that what kill your father will not kill you. That's my own thing. Now I'm rounding off.
Alright, so it's been a long episode. I know the kids sometimes don't like when people talk to them for such a long time.
Yes,
Alright, so
yes,
we're rounding
yes,
it up.
yes.
Well, done. So our point is this: save your money in terms of brand name things. Stay away too much from so many brand name clothes, brand name watch, brand name this and brand name that. Rather, think of how to create this thing so that our youth will not be the world's largest consumers. That's the point. Because when you consume a lot of commodities from other people, what you're doing is throwing your wealth away to them. So that's our point today. We thank you so much for being our viewer. And we know that you'll watch us again next week. So our youths, spread this word around. What we're looking for is everyone to come together so that we can build Africa and make it a beautiful place for all of us.
And remember, we love you.
Yes.
And we'll keep on looking out for you.
Exactly.
Because we care. Alright?
Thank you.
So it's all about love. God bless you.
And thank you so much for watching us. It's always a pleasure to have you as our viewer again. May God bless you, and watch us again next week at our sweet home, Africa.
And keep on sending us your comments. We read them, but we get to them one at a time. Alright? So subscribe. Share and spread in good news. Alright? We're going to make Africa better. You know that. We love you. It's all about love, and God bless you.